Welcome YouTube's Anthony back with Unapologetic Sports. I've been away for a minute and I am not going to say I'm sorry because we're unapologetic out here, but I just been away doing other things. I have a life. YouTube is not my main priority right now. Eventually it will be, but I have other things going on in my life. But with my life, I feel like my life is starting to take a little turn for the better. So with that, I feel like my YouTube channel will start to grow. I have not given up on YouTube. It's just right now it's not my main priority, but eventually we will get there. But I need you guys' help to do that. So make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you were not already. Share this video with a friend, and let's get into it. This is gonna be pretty much a uncut, raw video of me talking. I wanna start to do this more because I think me just not cutting things out and just talking is like the best way to really give you guys my opinion on sports and everything like that. But if you read the title, then you should already know this is my opinion on LeBron James' legacy. LeBron James is one of those players in the league that he's done so much in his career and he gets taken for granted sometimes. And I want to start a little series where I talk about players and really like talk about their legacies, especially like the great players such as Stephen Curry, James Harden, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, players like that, because they have less years in the league than we may think, and I want to make sure we don't take their careers for granted. But it's crazy to me how in such a year like this where we have the virus is going around, the amount of deaths going around, to celebrities and to just people in general, that's really taking a toll on this country that we live in, with everything going on in the United States, that in the basketball world LeBron James came out on top. It's just, I can't believe it. It just seems like with this championship LeBron just won, he didn't really get the respect even though he demanded it. And it's crazy to me how he just did what he did in his 17th season. A lot of people, like myself, believe LeBron should have won league MVP. But he had a bigger goal than league MVP. He has 4 of those already, but now he has 4 championships, which is still crazy to me. But LeBron James really does get taken for granted. He's one of those players that, he's just gonna be himself. He's not gonna change his game up despite what's going on in the league. The NBA is turning into a 3-point shooting league. We've seen that with the Houston Rockets, a team I'm a fan of. They just they just don't care about the mid-range jump shot. If it's not a layup or it's not a 3-pointer, they don't want it. You got teams like the Warriors who, despite what people say about them, we're not a 3-point shooting team, but they shot a lot of threes, and part of that is because of the absolute marksmanship of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. And when they had Kevin Durant on the team, it's so much about the league that is changing, but LeBron has stayed consistent. He stayed the same. Yes, he has added that 3-point shot to his arsenal, especially that deep three. People don't give him the respect for that deep three as much as he should have. But yeah, he always going to be the same player he's always been. He's still career 27-7 play, 27-7-7. Did I say that right? I think I said it right. Like I said, it's uncut. I don't really care. He's always going to be that player. He's always going to, make his teammates better despite like everything else. When people say he doesn't score enough or whatever, he's going to do whatever it takes for him to win. And he doesn't change for anybody. He knows his game. He knows who he is. He's going to do that. But one thing about LeBron, going into this 17th season, he said he was going to be on a revenge tour. Everyone calling him washed up last year because he didn't really play that well relative to like how he played before, which I don't know what they really expected. He at that point he went to, was it 8 straight finals, 9 straight finals, and he finally gets injured. Um, it's crazy that he has this longevity that he has. Year 17, he's still the best player in the world. That's unheard of. But people were saying he was washed up. So he was saying he doesn't have it anymore. He can't do it anymore. People are ranking all these other teams higher than the Lakers, despite the Lakers getting the best big man in the NBA. Whether he's a center, power forward, whatever you want to consider him, Anthony Davis is the best big man in the NBA. And I mean, if you want to argue with me about that, we can. We can have an argument about that. But he went into this season and he changed his game just slightly, but not really. He started to pass a lot more. When he's in his 17th season, which a lot of players in the NBA don't even make it to this point, but for him to be as great as he is and making it to this point, for him to do that, he was like, let me not give my all in the regular season, because a player like LeBron, the regular season is not his goal. His goal is to make it to the playoffs, of course. So he's gonna, play as well as he can in the regular season to reach that goal. They had the number 1 seed, thanks to him and Anthony Davis. But, he's not playing for the regular season. You have players, and I hate to say it, like James Harden, who, he gives his best in the regular season, and in the postseason we don't really see it as much. But I don't blame James Harden for that. We're not gonna talk about James Harden right now. That's probably gonna be the next video. But LeBron, he's like, look, the regular season is not my main focus. My main focus is getting to that championship. And you've seen that. He made it to the postseason, number 1 seed in the West, even with people saying that he could not make it. And he, was the number 1 seed, even with the stoppage of the NBA and everything like that. They were well far ahead of everybody else to get to that number 1 seed. And then even with the number 1 seed, they were still doubting him. They were still saying, "Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, the Blazers are gonna take him 5 games." They said the Rockets were gonna take him. I was one of those people, unfortunately, but they said the Rockets were gonna do it. 5 games. They said the Nuggets, they just came back from being down 3-1. They just beat the Clippers. They just, beat the Jazz after coming back from 3-1. 5 games. And the Heat, I don't think anyone gave the Heat a chance. I think the Heat had a chance to win, a few games, which they did. They won 2. But, it only took a few games, and he really showed his greatness. And I was one of those people that used to never respect LeBron as a player as much. When he was in Miami, everyone was a Miami Heat fan. Everybody was rooting for LeBron. I wanted to go for the other team, but then when I really sat back and watched, I'm like, look, I don't want to be one of those people that appreciate him when he's gone. I want to appreciate him while he's still playing, appreciate his greatness. And he's been nothing but that throughout his entire career. And I can't be more thankful to watch a player like this play at this level. But that's pretty much going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I want to put more games in the background with the PS5 coming out soon. Not sure exactly when I'm going to get mine, but when I get the PS5, trust me, a lot of gameplay, whether it's 2K, Call of Duty, whatever the game may be, whatever game I want to play, it's gonna happen, man. But hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video, share it with a friend. This has been Anthony from Unapologetic Sports. Peace.